What's up everyone, OJ here, welcome back to another video. Today we've got some awesome information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Now after all of the crazy live streaming and the black hole thing when it comes to Fortnite, servers being off air and everybody freaking out, Chapter 2 is now live. It pretty much leaked yesterday, but now we have the official announcement. Let's get into a lot of these updates here because this is some of the stuff that might get me back into the game. I actually reviewed the game last year on the Nintendo Switch and gave it an 8 out of 10. I felt that it was a solid game, but it was missing some things that would kind of keep me playing, and maybe this stuff here that they've listed for Chapter 2 will get me back into it. So let's start off with you can choose your landing spot and explore an all-new island featuring 13 new locations. You have swimming, fishing, motorboats, and more. You can heal your squad with a bandage bazooka. That sounds fun. You can also carry your fallen teammates to safety and celebrate with new group emotes like high fives. Oh my gosh, high fives are in. Now you can hide in a haystack and dumpster to get the drop on your opponents, or go in guns blazing by blowing up gas tanks and explosive barrels. Get back to the basics and battle enemies with a streamlined weapon arsenal. You can upgrade weapons using resources at an upgrade bench. So this is something that was not in the game before that they actually kind of just pulled straight from Realm Royale. That game that does it, High Res Studio, they also do Paladins, like they have that in their game, and they said, hey, you know what, that looks pretty good, let's go ahead and put it in Fortnite. So I'm actually liking that they added that one in there. You can also level through an all-new battle pass featuring brand new XP system and medals you earn in match. So Fortnite has always been one of those games where I'm like, man, this is pretty cool, but I would love like a real Fortnite single player RPG or co-op RPG. That's the one thing that I felt whenever I see all the cool Fortnite stuff. I was like, man, this would be really dope if it was an action RPG and you level up for real and you keep your levels and you keep your guns and stuff like that. It doesn't just reset every time and it's all about just useless emotes and all that. But hey, it is what it is. This is what Fortnite is, and I think that a lot of people are really going to like a lot of these new updates. It looks colorful, it looks bright, it looks fun. I love the aesthetic of it, so I'll probably check it out sometime this week, kind of get back into it. It's free on the Nintendo Switch and pretty much every other platform, with some caveats. I think the Xbox One, you have to pay for Xbox Live in order to play this game, even though it's a free-to-play game, so that's unfortunate for Xbox users. But pretty much everywhere else you can play it without actually having to own the online for that system, and of course PC online is free on there. So what do you guys think about Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 1 and everything going on here? Are you guys going to be picking this one up or getting back into the game? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, moving on to the next topic here, guys. We have a rumored look, the first look at the redesigned Sonic from the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Now this thing leaked out here, and I'm pretty sure this was a controlled leak by Sega and the movie people in order to calm the fears of people after the disaster that was the original reveal of the Sonic from the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I don't think this just got out just because and it was a real leak. I think somebody said, hey, we need to kind of leak this out here because they're going to be re-revealing the movie pretty soon here. I'd probably say sometime probably by the end of the year or early, because I think they said it's going to be February, late February for the movie or something. So they have to redesign everything, and I'm pretty sure they want people to be calm about it and for it not to be super crazy. So I think that this was a controlled leak to kind of get out there, but just let's take a look at this rumored Sonic, and it's looking like this is probably what it's going to look like. It looks much better. He actually looks like Sonic now, and I think that at this point people will be more willing to check out the movie because of this redesigned Sonic look. It is a lot better. There's still some issues here and there when it comes to it. I mean, he still looks a little bit weird. I think the legs are still a little bit too stubby. They're not thin enough, and he looks like a person in a Sonic costume, like mascot. But hey, this is much better than what they had before, so I guess I'll take it. I've been a Sonic fan for a while. I guess I've kind of fell off of Sonic with the recent 3D games and all of that, but back in the day I used to play Sonic all the time, so I do want to see the franchise succeed. I do want to see a good movie that looks appropriate in terms of the feel and capture the essence of what Sonic is about. and this looks like it's going to be a lot better. Jim Carrey's role seems like it's going to be fantastic in this movie. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be able to carry it, because it does seem like they're heavily relying upon Jim Carrey to literally carry this movie. But we'll see when it does come out. I'll make sure to check it out in the movie theater. So what are you guys' thoughts on this rumored first look at the upcoming Sonic redesign for the movie? I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. All right, now moving into the next topic here, we have a little bit of an issue when it comes to Overwatch on the Nintendo Switch, because there was supposed to be an Overwatch launch event at the Nintendo NY, and that has been canceled by Blizzard. And I think we could all kind of guess what's going on here, but let's get into the topic matter. So tomorrow on October 16th, there was supposed to be a launch event for the Nintendo Switch version of Overwatch at the Nintendo NY store, and several of the voice actors from the game were going to be in attendance. But today, Nintendo NY announced that the launch event has been canceled by Blizzard and no reason was given, but it's very likely the reason why it was canceled was because of all of the controversy surrounding Blizzard and the stance on the Hong Kong and what's going on there, the Blitzchung guy with that and the Hearthstone and all of that stuff. That's probably the reason why. And it's very unfortunate for the voice actors. It's very unfortunate for the game developers. It's very unfortunate for everybody who anticipated this, who really have nothing to do with what's going on, right? So it hurts the game developers, it hurts Switch owners, I guess, right, that are just trying to play a cool game. It hurts all of that because it just kind of takes away from what's going on with the game and everything. But once again, everybody, when it comes to like the world and what's going on, it's very important to realize that there's a lot of important things. Now, I already talked about this. You guys can check it out on my OJ Live. And what's going on with the situation with Hong Kong and what Blizzard did, it's horrible. I don't side with Blizzard at all when it comes down to it. But I did talk about it more in depth on my OJ live stream, which you guys can see. It's on the main page. Just check it out, the OJ Live. You guys can see my full thoughts on it. And a lot of you guys kind of put in your opinions as well. And you guys are welcome to put in your opinion when it comes to the comment section below. But it's just a very unfortunate situation. But hey, it's just canceling the launch event. It's not actually canceling the game itself. So if you do want to pick it up, you can. But I understand for people who are going to skip the game for what they believe in, I understand completely. So it's just a bad situation all around. Horrible for the people in Hong Kong. Horrible for the people here, the game developers and the fans. It's just not a good situation. But what are you guys' thoughts on all of this? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, moving on to the next topic here. We have a release date for Skullgirls' second Encore on the Nintendo Switch. So the Nintendo Switch version of Skullgirls Second Encore will officially launch on October 22nd. The game's Nintendo eShop page has revealed. The game was originally due out for the Nintendo Switch alongside an Xbox One version this past spring. A Microsoft Store listing for the Xbox One version has yet to surface, so we're currently unable to confirm whether the Xbox One version is due out at the same time. But Gematsu has stated they've sent an email to publisher Skybound Games to see what's going on there, but it seems like the Switch version is still happening. Now, Skullgirls Second Encore is already available on the PlayStation 4, the PS Vita, and the PC, but the Switch version brings it to where you essentially get the PS4 and the Vita version combined, right? Because the Vita, you play on the go, the PS4 version, you play at home. Well, Nintendo Switch version, you can play on the go, and you can also play at home for all those hardcore fighting game fans out there. Now, let's get a little bit of an overview of Skullgirls Second Encore for those who don't know what this game is about. Skullgirls Second Encore is finally available to play on the go on Nintendo Switch. It is a beautiful, fast-paced, and critically acclaimed 2D fighting game that puts players in control of fierce warriors in an extraordinary dark deco world. Each of the 14 wildly original characters features unique gameplay mechanics and plenty of personality. Skullgirls Second Encore is the perfect fighting game for casual and competitive fighting game fans alike, including fully voiced story mode, gorgeous animation, and a soundtrack by Michiru Yamane. So pretty cool stuff there when it comes to Skullgirls Second Encore. So I like that this game is finally making its way. Skullgirls was one of those franchises that I felt that would be really cool on Nintendo platforms back when it first launched, and we finally have it on the Nintendo Switch here, October 22nd, so that is next week. And it is a really fun fighting game. I played it on the PC back in the day. I didn't play it for too long, but I thought it was pretty fun. So what are you guys' thoughts on Skullgirls Second Encore? Any of you guys planning on picking this one up? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the final topic here, we have a Pokemon Sword and Shield file size sighting. So, thanks to the download cards in Japan, Pokemon Sword and Shield file size has finally been revealed. the game will clock in at about 10.3 gigabytes in space as well. Plus, there's some other confirmed Pokemon that are returning, as you guys can see from this card. And there was a little bit of a minor controversy when it comes to even this with Pokemon Sword and Shield, because some Pokemon fans felt that the game size was too big considering that they don't have all the Pokemon in the game. But obviously these people have never even dealt with file sizes before when it comes to HD assets, because even me, I've never developed a single game in my life. But I know that when you go from 360p or whatever the 3DS was, I think it's below 360p, 240p with the resolution or the screen, to HD file size assets, it's going to increase the file size even if there's less of what you had before. Details, the open wild area, everything is going to be more in file size with HD assets. It's very similar to my own video production here. I can make a 10-minute video that is 360p, and that's going to be a certain file size, whereas if I make that same video but I cut off half of it to where it's like 5 minutes or 6 minutes, but if it's in full 1080p or HD, it's going to be a bigger file size than the lower resolution one that's longer. So I have no idea what some of these fans are talking about, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, this is not something that's really too much of a controversy that I've seen spring up from many other places. It's just something that I saw on Twitter and some of the forums and everything. So what are you guys' thoughts on the file size for Pokemon Sword and Shield, 10.3 gigabytes in file size, in addition to all the other topics that we discussed here: Fortnite, Redesign, Sonic, Overwatch, Skullgirls? I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for this RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.